For so many of us here in Michigan, we know that we have put the world on wheels, but so many people don't really understand or grasp the stories behind how that happened. And to make sure those stories are still being told is the MotorCities National Heritage Area. Joining us now on the show, let's bring in Shawn Pomaville-Size. She's the Executive Director for the MotorCities National Heritage Area. Shawn, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Ronnie. I'm delighted to be here.
What's so exciting is you guys are actually at a press event. Tell us what's going on.
We're super excited today. We're reaching a long sought after goal, and that's to install and dedicate highway signs around the MotorCities National Heritage Area, such as you can see behind me. These great familiar brown and white signs, and these carry the National Park Service logo and tell people that they are entering the MotorCities National Heritage Area.
So with that, Shawn, too, for people that aren't familiar with the organization, give us more of a background about your mission and your purpose.
So our mission is to promote and preserve our unique auto heritage that we have here in Southeast and Central Michigan. And we do that via a national heritage area. It's designated by Congress because it tells a story of national importance. And it's associated with the National Park Service because it combines our natural resources, our historic resources, our cultural resources, which all fall under the job description of the National Park Service. So this was dedicated by Congress in 1998. And what we do is act as an umbrella organization and a convener of over 1,000 auto heritage events and destinations, museums, car collections, all of those together. We link them, and we want people to know there's someplace special, and that's what the signs do, we hope. We hope it inspires in visitors and residents alike this pride in our auto heritage, which is also a big part of our continuing lives, and will.
I love the one line from your website. It says about the stories, trying to tell the stories about how tinkerers became titans and how auto and labor helped build the middle class while transforming the manufacturing industry worldwide. And I think sometimes for us that live here in Metro Detroit, we take those stories for granted, but they've helped shape and change the entire globe.
Right. It's a story of national significance, even international significance, like you say, Ronnie. So it's important to lift it up, to take pride in it. It has tremendous economic impact, particularly for tourism, 490 million a year. And it creates jobs, about 5,500 per year in tourism, just because tinkerers did become titans and the UAW worked so hard to have a $5 a day, a 5-day work week, all of those benefits that we take for granted. And so it is really special and unique to us here.
So with that, we know that last year was a bit of a unique year with the Woodward Dream Cruise. We typically get people from all over the world that come here to Metro Detroit to take advantage of that. And the official event was put on pause. So are you excited about this year going forward?
Yes, it's overwhelming to have things starting to slowly open up. We're inching our way out of this pandemic, carefully, of course, but things are looking better and brighter all of the time. So we're excited that the cruises are coming back, including the Dream Cruise, activities out at the M1 Raceway Concourse in Pontiac, the Grand Prix on Belle Isle. So it's time for us to gather again. It's time for us to enjoy the fact that we live in a very special place, and it brings a lot of joy to families.
We're joined right now, Shawn Pomaville-Size. She's the Executive Director for the MotorCities National Heritage Area. I know that you're at the Ford Piquette Plant right now in Detroit because you guys have a press event going on there to talk about this initiative. How excited, though, were you that President Biden came here and to help launch the big announcement with Ford and the electric vehicle? Because it's really kind of the next phase in the automotive industry.
Yes, it is. And that's the exciting thing. We're one of the very few heritage areas in the country. And by the way, there's only 55 of them, and they all tell a different story, and ours is auto. But to have President Biden here was, like the biggest cheerleader there is out there, the football player carrying the ball, slamming on the gas and driving his electric vehicle around the test track was pretty amazing. So it was wonderful for us.
So I will take, Shawn, everyone here on the show knows I have a little smart car, a fully electric little smart car. It's my second car. It's really the dog's car. But every time I drive that car, people wave. It's like, it just makes them smile because they're like, what is she driving? And it makes people happy. And then when I have them drive it, every single person is so surprised.
And
And
Ronnie,
it really, automobiles tell a story, right? They connect us.
they do. And they tell the story, I think, of innovation. So just as at the turn of the 20th century, we were building mechanical, gasoline powered, and definitely electric, even back then, engines, and all the subsequent design and art that came out of that, and all the subsequent development of the middle class that came out of that. And here we are at the turn of the next century. Well, I guess we're already 20 years into it, but here we are again, cutting edge, again, something entirely new, something entirely transformative to society that has the potential to do great things.
So, what are your thoughts on self-driving cars?
I'm sorry?
What are your thoughts on self-driving cars?
Well,
How is
I'm
that
not
going to
quite
play
there.
into the history?
I'm not quite there yet. But I would like to have transportation be easier no matter what, So I think that if that's the way it goes, that's the way it goes. I'm one of these Jetson era girls, though I'd rather have a little, something that goes a little hovercraft over the ground and take me from place to place. I guess that would be self-driving too.
Especially for all of us that have had to navigate some of the roadways and the byways here in Metro Detroit during construction season. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Terrific. That would be, yes.
Shawn Pomaville-Size, Executive Director for the MotorCities and National Heritage Area. It's so great to have you with us. Hey, where can people see these signs? Where are they going to be placed?
Well, the place to go, first of all, is www.motorcities.org. And motorcities.org will tell you all about the activities, the events, the destinations. Get on there and get a passport book. If any of you go visit the national parks, you know what a passport book is. And we have our own that's configured just to the National Heritage Area. It's got about 30 organizations spread throughout Southeast and Central Michigan, from Hickory Corners to Lansing to Dearborn to Monroe to Detroit, everything in between. And you can get a passport stamp, and we encourage you to go out and have fun this summer.
It's so great. Thank you for preserving these stories, because they really are not only the fabric of our community and what's put us on the map here in Michigan, but really help shape the entire automotive industry. And it's great that we have people and organizations such as yours to help preserve those stories. It's important to document our history.
Oh, yes, it is. It's really important. We have a lot to learn from our history.
Shawn, anything maybe I didn't ask that you want to add before we let you go? I know you have a pretty packed schedule there today.
Yes, well, just go out and enjoy, and realize when you drive by one of those signs that says entering the Motor Cities National Heritage Area that you're in someplace very important.
That is so great. Well, we so appreciate your time. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.